Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Kerbal Space Program. It's getting a little dark out here. I guess it's been 1 hour of day 1. Very short days on Kerbin, I guess. Okay, well, so I looked around about what is the deal with this weird contract of the thing, and apparently these contracts are randomly generated, and sometimes the answers don't make a lot of sense, or the outcomes don't make a lot of sense. And so it really is asking us to test, like, be in the water and then activate your engine by staging it. So there are that seems kind of dumb, but that's what they want us to test. I'm going to double check whether that's a mission that it would be particularly dumb to reject. There are some things you can do to test it, but if it's cheap to just throw it away and free up, yeah, I mean it's going to cost like a lot of money to give up on this. I'd rather just do it, which I believe we are capable of doing. So there's a couple of ways we can do it. One is actually just with this ship that we have right now. I think we can just not stage this until we get in the water, basically. But there's a sort of... We could use the rocket boosters to get us into the water, decouple them. How much do these cost, by the way? Am I, like, just throwing away money by doing this? Which ones are these? Are these fleas or hammers or what? Undo? Get out of here. That is a hammer. So these are each costing 400 bucks. And we get, like, I don't know, a $20,000 contract for throwing some of these in the garbage, which is fine, I guess. It's a bit silly. The problem is, how do we actually get into the water? These basically just take us straight up. We discovered that trying to turn with these on was a bit of a dangerous behavior. So one thing we could do is have another rocket, liquid fuel rocket, that we use to aim us once we're in the air. And then only activate this one once we get in the water. But I think a better thing to do is what they what I saw recommended on the forums, which seems absurd, is to just have a... Actually, we don't need another one of these, right? Minus? Yeah. Is to not actually activate this while you're in the air, but like right-click on the part to say, turn this on, ignoring the staging rules. And then you can turn it back off once you're in the water. And so we would do that. Boy, by the way, I really don't want 3 of these anymore. I don't want to get all the way up into space and have that kind of stress in my life again. Let's just put in like 2 of them. That should still get us pretty high. And try not to make them be the things holding up the ship anymore. On the launch pad, something like this. Okay, well, whatever. What was that? I'm looking for a nose cone thing. Okay, here we go. And winglets like so. Like so. There we go. That looks fine. And let's actually bring along some mystery goo this time in case we do accidentally make it into space again. Or even just high atmosphere. And the other thing to do is, where are my radial parachutes? Did I take those off? No, there it is. No, stay. It's over there. It's right here. So what I want to do is have 2 of these guys. The other thing that they mentioned on the forums where someone was asking about this absurd, where are parachutes again? This absurd sounding mission, is like, use more parachutes so that you land softly enough to not destroy the engine on landing, which we did once when we had these 2 parachutes and this one up here. That wasn't our intent, but it did happen to work, and so I'm going to just do it again. Let's reset this. Alright, I don't agree with this staging setup at all. Let's add a stage for the booster engines first, please. Wait, why did they... Oh, you can split them up? Interesting. I don't want to do that. I want to move them down there. Both of these engines, okay, and then... Oh, I didn't put any decouplers on them. That's the problem. That's why they want to fire at the same time. Radial decoupler, like there. Then attach these to the radial decouplers. That's better. So move the decouplers further down, I guess, so that they're about the same height as this stuff. Okay. Alright. Now, when I reset, it chooses a somewhat more reasonable set of docking parameters. Okay. But I still want the parachutes to activate before this thing, right? Why are these the same? No, go together. Okay. So activate all the parachutes at once. And then once we're in the water, we'll activate this. But we'll actually have secretly sneaky activated it while we're flying as well. It just won't count, and then hopefully they'll give us the contract. Alright, a bit of a silly mission, but I think we can do it. And that'll get those contracts off our plate. Right? Seems good. SAS on. And we're going to, again, fly straight up. And then once we're in the air, activate this. So there's an activate button on this, right? Yeah, activate engine. Run test? Maybe that's all you have to do. I couldn't find that button. Well, actually I never looked when we had landed in the water. No, stop. Shut down engine. Okay. Well, I don't know what that did, but fine. That burned some fuel. Who cares? Yeah, if I could click here and just activate this one engine, that would be quite a nightmare. Okay, I think we're all set, Jeb. So let's 3, 2, 1, lift off. Oh, and let's put a little more throttle on the liquid fuel. Of course, the liquid fuel engine is not on right now, but once it is on, we will want it to do things. Okay, we're getting uncomfortably high here. Okay, good. Let's activate this engine and turn over, please. Get out of here. There we go. Just go like that. I don't know. All right. Turn off the engine. What's our flight path looking like? Are we still getting to the ocean, or did I mess that up? All right. Looks like I messed that up a bit. Throttle down. Can we get this pointed sort of at the water, please? Yeah. Activate this engine again, please. Okay, are we now going in the right direction? We are. Very good. And we're not going to get too high this time, just 40,000 kilometers. Oh shoot, I was just about to I was just about to remember to turn off the engine just in case like staging it, and in case we needed to thrust a bit while we're in the water. But we ran out of fuel first. Well, okay. So let's look at our parachute contract again. 8 to 12,000 meters. Let's do some science up here. Observe this mystery goo. Yeah, it's very cold. Okay, observe this as well. Fine. And let's do a crew report. Okay. He can't do an EVA yet. We haven't researched that. What happens if I turn off the lights? Nothing much. Where is the light? Over here? Don't I have like a barometric pressure thingy or something on here? Yeah, here it is. Let's log the pressure data. Alright. We've already measured this before, so that didn't help too much. If I remember, we'll do it from once we're sort of flying and not in high atmosphere anymore. Okay, how's our trajectory looking? Coming back down through the atmosphere, but I don't think he's going to burn up. Let's just sort of try to go nose first, though. Okay. Yeah, this re-entry fire looks pretty reasonable. Not too bad. Well, I guess we'll turn off the SAS and just tumble with the best of them. Well, I was gonna say let's arm the parachutes, mark them as... Alright, Jeb, can you, like, get control of this ship, please? Okay, there go the drag parachutes. They're slowing the ship down. Okay, now let's see. Can we get a better reading out of the barometric thing? Yep, fine. Now we're not in high atmosphere, we're flying, and we haven't measured that before, so it's actually worth some science. Cool. And this shouldn't land in the ocean, I think. Maybe? We have, at any rate, plenty of parachutes. I don't know, let's speed things up. Alright, we're flipping around madly, but I don't know, who cares? I just turn off the SAS, let the parachutes handle it. Stop fighting it, Jeb. Just run with it. Whew, that was a bit violent. It is spinning a lot. These parachutes are maybe not mounted in the best place. Oh well. I guess also this is like 3x speed or something. It's not spinning that fast in real life. There we go. So we're going a nice, cool 9 meters per second. Faster. I think that we discovered the engine can survive an impact at this speed. And that'll be enough to let us test the engine. I think. Do we still have the engine? The fins fell off, the engine fell off. And we didn't test the parachutes either. I don't understand it. Huh. Do you have to, like, only deploy them? Maybe we deployed it 2 to 12,000 meters. Oh, that's the problem, I think. We forgot to adjust how high they will deploy themselves. Okay. I still don't know what the deal is with the engine. We might be just giving up on that that contract. But the parachute one, we should be able to do. Even with this very same ship. Alright, well, we picked up some more science. Got most of our money back. I think that's most, anyway. No interesting crew stuff to report. No new records broken. So let's just grab these parachutes and set their altitude. See, that's the thing. Like, it won't even go that high. Right? They want us to test it at like 12,000 meters. Maybe I just need to remember to press spacebar when we're at that height, and that's what makes it count? Or also maybe we're just going too fast when we're at that height and the other stuff didn't count? Ugh, these contracts are hard. Like, I'd rather do, like, get into orbit. But I feel like also we should be able to do this. Let's move these up higher. Having them at the bottom just seemed to make things more complicated. Am I blocking the hatch, the crew hatch, with all this nonsense? I think I am. It shouldn't really matter. We don't need to get out of the ship, but just a sort of a matter of good practice. Okay. Now we might as well see how cold it is in space, right? So let's grab a thermometer. Right next to the barometric pressure gauge thingy. And I think that this very same ship is fine for this mission. We just need to get the parachutes going right so that we don't... You know what? Maybe we don't want two of these. Maybe we just want one so that we land the ship on its side, and that'll be more comfortable for this thing. I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's launch this. And we're launching at night, which is like, I don't know, a little bit of annoying. We could speed time up till tomorrow, but apparently the contracts are kind of time-based, and I'd rather not mess with them. So, let's do a quick check, make sure I haven't missed anything obvious. We have, like... all this stuff looks okay, I guess. Wait a minute, there's only one parachute. Alright, let's revert this flight. Or is there a way I can, like... Oh, recover vessel? Okay, that way I don't have to actually revert. It's just like, you recover all your stuff. Reverting is like time travel. This, I think, is perfectly allowable. But I'd rather avoid doing any time travel if I can help it. We just put it out on the bay and realized, you know, maybe this isn't the right parachute, the right rocket to launch. Where's the parachutes? They're down here. Give me a drogue chute here. So full deployment at altitude 1,000. Max safe deploy speed. 424 meters per second. And what is it they want me to do? Okay. So we were putting these guys on. And we wanted two of them because that... No, we wanted just one. Yeah, okay, well, let's put it over here then. Or you know what, let's put it next to the sensitive equipment so that they'll land face up. Alright, well, this seems like a pretty dumb place to put a parachute, but them's the rules. And how's our deployment all looking? We want these both to deploy at basically the same time. The drag parachute will deploy itself sooner because it has a safer, higher safety altitude setting. But okay, let's try launching this one. And we're going to do the same thing, just SAS on, launch the... launch this bad, the solid rocket things, and then once we're up high, drop them, and switch to the... I'll just specially activate this. No. That would make it actually fire, which we don't want. So let's activate it now. And throttle up a bit and turn. Having a little trouble with the turn here. Turn off SAS, does that help? No. I'm not very good at this part yet, I guess. Okay, Jebs, can you get control of this ship, please? Ugh. Are we going to land over water at all at the moment? No, not quite. But we'll give it a little bit of thrust. Point it that way, please. And throttle up. Okay. I'm not managing the transition between solid and liquid boosters very well yet. Alright, that should be plenty, and let's not run out of fuel. We want to have this engine survive, or available to turn on, just in case that matters when we are in the water. So it wants 8 to 12,000 meters and 3 to 400 meters per second. Let's do some science while we're up here. What's the temperature like in high atmosphere? And I think we've already measured the pressure up here a few times. Yeah, it's not worth anything. And that's our chute. How about this? Is the mystery goo worth anything out here still? Not much. I don't know. I'll keep it, I guess. See if I can remember to observe the other one while we're a little bit lower down. This ship is beginning to point a bit in the wrong direction. Yeah. Alright, well, I don't have a great plan to deal with this. I can turn on the SAS, but I don't really think Jeb can keep this ridiculous ship stable without any thrust from the engines. We'll just sort of count on the atmosphere to take care of steadying the ship for us. Oh shoot, I forgot to deploy the stuff in time. Didn't I? No, it was 8 to 12, right? And 3 to 400... We were going too slow. What? It's real hard to get, like, your speed and your altitude to match up at the right amount at the right time. Alright, well, we missed that one again. But maybe we can test the, Wow, that's dizzying. At 3x speed. Maybe we can test the engine when we splash down, though, still. That would be nice. Okay. So, is it going to crash on the way down, or what? We had it succeed once. This time it seems to be going faster than last time, and last time it crashed, so I'm not very optimistic. Or it exploded, I should say. Just put on more parachutes, I guess, if we want to have the engine survive. Ooh, this time we even lost the fuel tanks. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, I forgot to check these. Oh well. We got some science from letting the goo get into the water anyway. Okay, well, that was a mission, alright. Let's recover this vessel. Actually, can I get a crew report? I forgot to get one earlier. Nah, it's not worth anything. This is tricky getting getting the parachute activated at the right time, and also having enough parachutes. Maybe I should stop trying to do both of these things at once and just do one of them. What would that look like if I wanted to do that? Let's try a simpler ship. We just say new ship. We put the command pod on. We put like just this one hammer on. That probably gets us pretty high, right? And give it a basic fin times 2. Honestly, hardly seems necessary. I don't know, just in case I remember, we'll test the barometer settings while we're flying, and do the same with this. And then pop on a couple parachutes. We want this guy. And I guess we only need one of this drag. We really need 0, but we're testing him, so there you go. Alright, there's our ship. But let's not launch the parachutes while we're on the launch pad, shall we? Alright, how high is this going to go? Maybe not high enough, but maybe high enough. It should be pretty simple anyway. Let's SAS and go. So they want us to be at 8 to 12,000 meters. I don't think we're going to get that high. Maybe we are. Let's pitch right if we or yaw right if we can. Oh, wow. We did indeed get that high. And we're going to be coming in real hot, it looks like. Alright. Well. Now the trick is going to be having the right height on the way down, huh? Or the right speed to deploy the parachutes at 8 to 12,000 kilometers while we're at 300 to 400 speed. Like, that's pretty tight speed requirements. Maybe we should test that by actually like going up in the air only as far. Wow, we went like straight up. I did not think that that one thing would get us that high. But it turns out that that one thing gets us pretty darn high, and we're coming straight down. I don't know if we're going to survive that, but let's go through it a bit more quickly. Oh, and hey, you know, since we're in space, let's do some science? Yeah. The crew report? Not the parachute, you idiot. Barometer? Yeah. It's 0. No pressure. How hot is it out here? Not very, I guess. Cool. Hope you're loving this, Jeb. Wow, look at that. Just zoom way out, and it's just like we're not even. We're lost in the vastness of space. And then remember that we're like a not very aerodynamic dart about to burn up in the atmosphere. What happens if I turn on SAS? Can he control this at all? He can. Wow. Like, snap, too. He just nailed it. So, I'm not... There we go. That's facing backwards, I guess. And I'm not sure how fast we're going to be going when we hit 12,000 meters, but I'm willing to bet it's faster than 400 meters per second. We're coming in like, I don't know, like, what is that down there? Something 93 kilometers away. Parts from a previous mission or something? Huh. Alright, where is, Yeah, that is our normal. Straight down. Okay. Normal's probably the wrong word there. Oh man, we're gonna land on the space station, or the space center. Oh boy. This is gonna be our first non-water landing, isn't it? We might die, Jeb. Actually, you know, the atmosphere might burn us up before we get there. So that's something. That's something. 1,000 meters per second, straight down. Alright, well, forget the SAS. This does not look healthy. I've deployed the parachutes, but we're going way too fast for them. Oh no, Jeb! Jeb! Are you gonna be okay? I think he might be okay. We made it. Nope, nope, not at all. Not at all okay. Wow. It's like the parachute's never even deployed. We killed Jeb. Jeb was killed. Okay, well, that's sad news. Let's go to the Space Center, I guess. We could revert, but that's time travel, and I'm trying to, like, actually... what's the point of career mode managing your money if you just reset every time you blow something up, right? The point is to not blow things up, I think. Okay, so that happened. Let's see how everyone feels. They don't seem to have any opinion on the matter. Jeb is MIA, so I think that the difficulty settings mean that he comes back in a couple hours. I don't know. I guess we'll find this all out next time, as we continue to try to achieve any of our contracts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.